Hey everybody, it's your boy Gaby. I just got back home from doing a big television interview with Las Vegas's Channel 13.
It may be the spooky season with Halloween here, but there's a unique place here in Pahrump that's spooky all year round. I'm Joe Moeller. We came here to Pahrump to check out Coffinwood.
It's a sight to behold.
From the graveyard to the skulls, this property catches the eye.
We started in 2002.
It may be the only home in southern Nevada with a front yard cemetery and coffin-shaped pillars. Where are we?
We are at Coffinwood in Pahrump, Nevada.
What is Coffinwood?
Coffinwood is actually our property where I actually build coffins here. And it's also a full-size art piece.
And this is Gabe Smith.
This is our form of artwork.
He helps fix up the hearses and is also the resident musician.
A family project. We all work together on everything.
And then I am grabbing all my music gear because I'm performing a 4-hour-long headlining set tonight, the same day, over at Black Cow Coffee House. There'll be footage of both of these things in the video. As I was getting home from one thing to pack and leave for another thing, the mail is here. I have a wonderful package here from my friend Julius that I want to open now, so when I get home from my day, I can set this up and enjoy it, and then we'll film the second half of this. So I'm a little frazzled today. Bear with me. Your boy is spread way too thin. Julius has been a very, very long time subscriber of the program and a good internet friend of mine, so shouts out. Julius is wonderful. He is also a very notable character in the underground cloud chasing scene of vaping, so if you don't recognize the name, you'll probably recognize the face, because I guarantee you've seen him in the industry at some point. So I recently contacted Julius and asked him if by any chance in his massive vape collection, if he has one of my favorite atomizers. He says, "I got you, fam," and then here we are. So I'm gonna reach in here and wait a second. Oh my gosh. No way. Dude, you didn't have to do this. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Don't make me cry. I'm too busy today to cry. Julius and I talk quite a bit. He's a good friend. And I was also asking him if he had a couple other things for Vaping History episodes. And I didn't expect him to... Oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry. Okay, I'm gonna take out the other stuff that's in here, and then we'll take out what oh, I'm overwhelmed. This right here, you may recognize it. This is an original Twisted Messes RDA, which I love the Twisted Messes RDA. I love Kent, and I really wanted to make a Vaping History episode about the Twisted Messes and the impact that Kent had on the industry with his designs. And dude, thank you. Thank you so much. And there is an additional top cap for it right here. This is the Zion RDA, which this is a very, very cool single coil 22mm RDA. And then, you know it, you love it, a Doge RDA. I love the Doge so much, and these are such big history pieces. I'm a little concerned because there's broken glass at the bottom of this bag, and I hope that... Oh, it looks like one of the glass sections has broke. Okay, this is a Steamcrave Aromamizer. This is a very, very, very rare and obscure and incredible atomizer. And it can be an RDA and it can be an RTA. And I'm opening it very gently because there is some broken glass in here from shipping, which is a bummer. We do have some broken glass, but it looks like the main glass sections are fine. This is the Steamcrave Aromamizer, and this is a 41mm atomizer, and it holds 30 mils of juice, something like that, if I remember. I am so excited. Now, my plan with this is to do a Vaping History episode about it. I'm also planning on making a mod for this atomizer completely. So I kind of needed it here in order to build a mod around it. Kind of making my own version of a Hammer of God. It says Steamcrave Aromamizer Titan RDTA. And this thing is so cool because it is a tank, but you can also make it into a massive RDA. It's very, very interesting. Here's your juice fill area, which is huge. Your chimney section, which unscrews. So I just unscrewed the base. Here's the base right here, and it's got all kinds of crazy locking. Here's your massive airflow. You have a mildly protruding 510 pin, just barely. But check out the waffle inside airflow. This thing is, I'm overwhelmed right now, so I'm not doing the best commentary. I'm sorry. You separate the glass section just like this. You take the chimney out, and then we are almost to the deck section. There are so many different combinations of how you can use this and things you can do with it. And then here is your deck section right here. Now this has a very interesting like Lego piece deck section where you can set up posts and do different posts and decks, and the possibilities of what you can do with this deck section is near limitless. Here is another Lego brick set to make it into a velocity style deck, and you loosen some of the hex keys on here and you can take it from a postless deck to a velocity style deck in a matter of moments. The versatility of this is incredible. It's not just a gimmick of like, hey, I have a really big RTA. It's really, your possibilities are endless. I am so emotional and so happy about this, and I'm so incredibly grateful. So as much as I would love to use this right now, unfortunately I am out of time, so I have to get ready for my show. I'm gonna go perform a show, then we'll come back here, set it up, and we'll talk more about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show, and I will see you very soon. And we're back. So it has been quite a while since I originally opened the Titan, and I have it in RDA mode right here, and I'm using it on my death box. This is a box I recently built, and the video for it is either about to come up on the channel very soon or is already out. This is a triple 18650 fully mechanical mod that I made myself, and the Titan looks fantastic on top of here. I'm going to spend a lot of time with the Titan in both RDA mode and RTA tank mode. I don't really like it in tank mode. Now, I do like having the ability to have a massive amount of juice, and it is a very cool statement piece. But the chimney section that you use with it in tank mode cuts down on the flavor so much. Now, I remember that when I owned one of these previously in life, I would mainly use it in RDA mode because you can pack tons of juice in there, you can throw massive builds in here, and it was just a more enjoyable way to use it. And it's interesting because I have run tons of juice and different builds in this since I've got it. Right now I have some cool alien coils from Kyle's Custom Coils. One interesting thing I found about it and how to get a satisfying amount of flavor and vapor out of this is you have to pack wattage through this. So back in the day when I was using this, I was vaping it at a minimum of 150 watts whenever I would use it. Nowadays I build a lot of mechanical mods, as you guys know, and when I use a regulated mod, I vape around 80-ish watts. But like back in the day when I was filming this all the time and using it all the time, I was always more power.
You ever seen a coil go up to 360 watts? So we had the 150 watt coil. we had the 200-watt coil. But nothing compares to the coil that I am about to unleash upon the masses today. Hello everyone, your favorite scientist here, Professor Wernstrom.
Let's go, let's vape the hottest, craziest coils we possibly can. This is how this RDA wants to be vaped. It wants to be vaped with the hottest, craziest coils known to man. So I'm at 200 watts right here, and between 150 watts to 220 or 300 watts is where this RDA really wants to be vaped. You're just not going to get a satisfying vape on this unless you are pumping it full of power, regardless of what coils you have on it. We're at 220 right now. Maybe it's because the barrel section is so large that you have to have more power, even though what's interesting is I could run this exact build that I have from Kyle in a different RDA and it would be equally as satisfying at like 70 watts as it is on this RDA at 200 watts. But if I take this RDA down to 70 watts, it is not satisfying at all. All you taste is VG and you get a weird cough on exhale a lot of the time. You get really, really muted flavor. It's a very interesting kind of conundrum here. So I'm at 70 watts right here. I have muted flavor. But if I screwed down this exact same build and ran it at 70 watts, it would be fine. So we'll go back up to, I don't know, we're at 161, whatever. That's where you get the normal flavor that you're used to experiencing on a normal RDA. It's very, very strange, and I think it's because the chamber is so large and everything is so large that it needs that additional power. So would I say that the Steamcrave Aromamizer holds up to today's standards of vaping? Unless you are a 200 watt vapor or over 200 watts, I have vaped this at 360 watts before in an old video. Unless you're putting massive builds in this and using it at high wattage, it's going to be really unsatisfying. If you are not pumping a ton of power through this thing, it's just not going to be an enjoyable RDA to use. That being said, if you have a lipo mod, if you have a series massive mod, or something along those lines offhand, that's where this thing is really going to shine. Like I said in the beginning, I was using it on my death box. And the thing about mechanical mods is the amount of power they put out is determined by what coils you have in them. The way you adjust your wattage is essentially by adjusting the ohms of your coils. I'm oversimplifying it, vaping nerds, I know, but that's kind of an easy way to understand it. The difference with regulated mods is you can adjust the amount of power that is coming into your coils regardless of what your coil ohmage is, which can either have a positive or negative effect. And that's why you should always kind of adjust your vape to taste and not so much the exact wattage. Most of the RDAs and RTAs I use these days work great at like 80 watts. But then there are things like this that really want the additional power. I would say if you're a hobbyist vapor that wants something that's big and substantial that you are planning on running a ton of power through, this is a good option. But if you're just a regular everyday vapor with a normal mod or a normal mechanical mod that just happens to be large, you might be a little bit unsatisfied with this one. I'd recommend this with a series mod, a regulated mod, or a lipo mod would be great with this. Something that puts out a ton of power. So I think in an upcoming video, I'm going to make a mod for this RDA. One of the reasons why I built the death box is because I wanted to use this RDA on this box. But the issue with that is this is a parallel mod. This is designed to be a satisfying vape all day for multiple days. I can vape this with a pretty serious build on here for 3 days straight before I need to change my batteries. But that being said, the amount of power that this is putting out, it wants a series mod, it wants a lipo mod, it wants a regulated mod. So I think I might build it a series mod or build it a lipo mod to be able to get the full power out of this thing and have it be a really enjoyable and satisfying vape. So with all that being said, I hope you enjoyed this episode. And thank you again so much, Julius. You are such a wonderful friend, and you truly are a wonderful person. Thank you so much. Everybody say thank you to Julius down in the comments below. This will not be the end of seeing the Steamcrave Aromamizer Titan, nor the end of seeing the Death Box. We're going to build either a series version of this or a lipo version of this to really make this thing shine. Anyways, hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, everybody.